Hello, everyone. Today I have a very special guest with me,
Alex.
Alex. Margot's just out of frame there. I just thought it was time to do a quick little life update / Q&A video. And it's helpful to have Alex here because my life is basically his life. We've been married 8 years. We have 2 daughters and we moved to Calgary a year ago. I actually asked on Instagram if anyone had any questions about just random stuff. I feel like a lot happened in the last year. We had a baby, we moved to Calgary. Alex is currently unemployed. Just like a lot going on. And so I have a couple of questions, but I thought we would also just like go through all these things. So, life in Calgary. How has it been living in Calgary? We moved in May. It is currently April.
Yeah, almost a year.
Almost a year.
Yeah, it's been good. We're almost out of winter. Not just yet. There was a huge snowfall maybe a day, 2 days ago. It's always sunny in Calgary, so
Honestly, it doesn't feel like we've lived here a year. Time's just been flying by, and maybe it's because I was pregnant and then gave birth. Maybe now it'll hit me that I'm in Calgary. But the past year has just felt so quick for me. We've also had so many friends and family visiting us in the last year that I haven't had a chance to miss anyone yet. Do you feel that way?
yeah. There's always someone. Even this year, there's someone visiting us every month. And even last year, we visited Toronto a few times.
Yeah. Maybe also because it's Canada. It's not like we moved to a different country where we don't speak the language.
Yeah, just 2 time zones.
What's your favorite part about living in Calgary?
Well, the weather is always sunny. No matter what, I think it's the sunniest city in Canada. Yeah, even if we
Yeah.
have a whole bunch of snow coming in the morning, by the afternoon, it's all melted.
It's like a big pro with a lot of little cons. That's how I see it. The
Yeah.
weather's so crazy here. Like, it's so extreme, but it is pretty consistently sunny, I would say.
Yeah, I love the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing the mountains every day on my drive.
Calgary literally has such a bad rep. Is it rep or rap? Bad rap?
Rep. Rap is like if
No,
you're a
but
cop,
isn't it-
like your
you
rap
have-
sheet.
You have a bad rap. Bad rap.
Rep is reputation.
No, but like a bad rep.
Yeah, rep.
Anyway, I feel like Calgary is very misunderstood. Everyone thinks it's just like so crazy here all the time with the weather. It's still facts, but it is really gorgeous. And I think the mountain view helps a lot. We'll see though. Maybe it'll be like a very smoggy summer. Maybe we'll get another hailstorm.
Got an emergency alert on our phone. Kind of like those Amber Alerts. It's like incoming hailstorms, hail the size of golf balls. We're waiting for it, and then suddenly we start hearing
The golf balls.
the golf balls. I mean, we didn't know at the time, but it was denting our car
Yeah.
every which way.
Okay, someone also asked, have you found a home church in Calgary yet? Have we?
We have.
We
Yes, we have. Decided on a church back in August last year. And yeah, it's been great. It's been great not having to visit a new church every Sunday. And
Yeah.
we
That was
feel
so tiring.
Yeah, it really was. I think it really grounded us having a home church.
I read this on a Starbucks cup like 10 years ago. They used to print like little like sound bites, but it was kind of biblical. It was just saying how like commitment is actually freeing. Commitment is liberating. Why am I even talking about that right now? Basically, it was super exhausting not being committed to a church, which is like counterintuitive. And then once we committed, it was just so freeing and so grounding, like you said. I think that was like a big thing of what made Calgary feel like home. But yeah, I mean, what were some of the things we were looking for in a home church?
I think we were going by vibes.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Vibe.
We were going by vibes.
Say hi to the people. Hi, people.
It wasn't only just vibes. Obviously, the theology had to be, spot on and in line with what we believed.
But I think we did a lot of that theology work and research before even visiting the church.
Right.
So that was like a big filter for us, just making sure that their values aligned with ours. From there, it was kind of a vibe check. You can tell a lot
Yeah.
by sitting in a service. Even like the songs they're singing. The church we picked, just strangely enough, was very similar in size to our church back home. The denominations are different, but we see a lot of parallels in how we felt. That was very comforting. Someone else asked a really good question. They said, if money wasn't an issue, would you move back to Toronto? One of the reasons we moved to Calgary was affordability.
I think we were also thinking about our kids. What would our life look like in 10 years? Where would we be? Well,
Especially being a small business owner, if all the financials were the same, I would not move back right now.
oh, really? I thought you would say the opposite.
You know what? No.
You're doubting
No,
yourself.
I cannot sit in traffic anymore. My tolerance for traffic has gone so far down. Like, we used to sit on 401 traffic, like
Sometimes
every
over an
time.
hour.
No, but like every time we drove, we would be in traffic. But in Calgary, like There's never traffic. I don't know. The longest we'll regularly drive is like maybe an hour and a half to go to Banff. And within an hour, you're in the mountains.
I think it takes a toll when you're traveling and commuting that long, just on your mental health.
Yeah, it's a big quality of life thing.
My answer is the same as Sarah's. I would not move back. I think just the lifestyle here, the pace of life, the quality of life is much higher. Thinking about our family and our two girls, not objectively. I think
It's for us.
yeah, for our family and where we're at currently. That's not to negate and say like we don't miss our friends in Toronto.
No. I think that's actually the only reason I would move back to Toronto is family and friends. That's what I miss the most. Like, people are such a big part of our lives. But I am finding that in this season of our life with young kids, we're just called to focus on our family right now. That doesn't mean, again, we negate all relationships, but we are finding creative ways to keep in touch with friends. We're trying to fly back to Toronto as often as we can. And we have people visiting us literally every single month. I think since we've moved here, we've hosted people.
There's been someone, yeah.
Someone has visited, and it's been really lovely. I think that's all part of God's grace. God has been really good to us, and he's made the transition like so easy by providing us all these visitors. Last question about Calgary. Would you move back for Irene? And this question was submitted by Irene. Yes, that is the only reason why I may move back. It's literally for family and friends. So yes, Irene. It's funny that she even submitted this question because she does not watch my videos. The question's for both of us.
Hard no. I would move back for Tim.
The next question is more of a parenting question. As a new parent, what elements from your own upbringing would you implement and what would you change? I think parenting in general has changed a lot. The way we millennials were raised is very different than how us millennials are raising our own children. Like, we live in a completely different world. There's so much more technology. We're really documenting her little bald spot here.
So how did you grow up?
I think academics was a big focus, and I think a lot of that comes from having immigrant parents. Like, my parents didn't speak English. They wanted us to get like good jobs, good education, because that's something that they struggled with when they moved to Canada. So there was a lot of focus on that. Like, screen time and things were not like a thing back then. But with Charlotte, it's like a big part of parenting right now. Like, giving her limits on certain things. But yeah, gentle parenting is huge.
And I don't think that was a thing back then. If we're on the topic of discipline, yeah, just I think corporal punishment.
Just say you got spanked.
Yeah, getting spanked to discipline us. Only thing I knew.
But honestly, disciplining a toddler without using physical force is super hard. Like, it takes so much patience to talk through it and to like teach her and to be patient. Like, it's so hard. It's really challenging.
It takes a lot of patience for sure. You're discipling them, right? You're essentially teaching them, modeling for them, listening to them, being empathetic. It takes a lot more effort and energy to do that than to, let's say, spank them.
We're not parenting experts.
No.
We're just trying to figure it out as we go. We're also trying to teach Charlotte about her body. And that's something I didn't have growing up.
Yeah, setting boundaries, like giving her the option to set boundaries. You know, let's say who she wants to give a hug to or give a kiss to, instead of telling her, oh, go give grandma and grandpa a hug or give them a kiss. Let's say, do you want to give them a hug or a kiss?
Even when other well-meaning kids are trying to hug her and show affection, I think I caught myself saying like, oh, he just wants to give you a hug. Yeah, I don't want Charlotte to ever feel obligated to do anything physical for somebody else.
So another thing is education. I think growing up, going to university, getting a post-secondary degree, some higher education was an assumed thing that we would all do.
But Charlotte can be a YouTuber if she wants.
She can choose a different path. Like, she doesn't have to go to university. She can go to a college. She can do a trade. She can, whatever she wants. There's so many different options.
How's unemployment been?
So to give some context, I was working as a software developer. The whole team got laid off. They're doing a company reorganization. My role was eliminated. It's been an interesting time. My initial assumption was to get another software development job. But after doing a lot of self-reflection, soul-searching, I came to consider other careers. I'm actively not pursuing software development jobs, looking for something else. And I think God is definitely leading me and leading our family.
Yeah, for now, please pray for us and thank you for praying for us. Someone asked, Okay, slight intermission, had to feed Margot. With the move, addition to family, and recent work situation, what has God been teaching you? God's been teaching us a lot.
I think he's teaching us to trust him.
100% all the time.
And the uncertainty of what job am I going to get? when am I gonna get it?
He's also showing me that he's a good God. It's not that he's just withholding things from us always just to like teach us a lesson. No, like he's a good God. He's our Father. He wants to give us good things. Like all the good things we have come from him. It's trusting him with hope and joy and optimism.
Trusting God is not just sitting
Idly.
Yeah, there's an active component to it. Coming to him actively in hearing his word or in coming to him in prayer. Not to gain favor. He's calling us to rest in him and trust him in that way.
God's been revealing a lot of my sin these days, as well as I am parenting basically a 2-year-old version of me. He's revealing that I have a lot of anger in my heart. It just looks so ugly. It's a very selfish anger. Like I'm not getting my way. She's not listening to me. I can't control her. And so I'm like angry. It just feels ugly. Yeah, God's been teaching me a lot, revealing my own sinful heart in that. I just really need to go to God every single second of our night routine when things feel really hard.
When things are not going our way, Charlotte's not listening. More than getting angry and frustrated, to see her as God sees me or God sees us is definitely a humbling thing. Like, oh, I'm exactly like her.
And God gives us so much grace.
Yeah.
This question said, if you can one restaurant from Toronto, what is it? I'm assuming they're saying if you can visit one restaurant in Toronto or maybe bring. Let's do bring. If we can bring one restaurant from Toronto to Calgary, what would it be? I already have my answer. It's two of them. I have two.
Oh, now I want to bring 2 of them too.
Number 1, Congee Queen.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
You were actually.
That was one of my 2.
Okay, we can't find a Congee Queen equivalent here in Toronto, and we don't.
Toronto.
I'm sorry.
Miss, we live in Calgary. There's Chinese food and then there's Congee Queen.
Yeah, it's just different, and it's not like we're obsessed with Congee Queen. We don't even get it that often.
We are obsessed.
We didn't
get it all the time.
It was just such an easy like communal meal, and
that's what I mean. That's why we would get it all the time because it was so easy and good.
They don't have that here. There's nothing like that here.
Congee Queen, if you're listening,
open a franchise here. Like I think it would do really well. The other one is Tardongne. It's not like it's the most premium meats or anything, but I just love the vibes. I love the side dishes. I love the price point. I love everything about Tardongne, and we would go there so often. Like every time me and my girlfriends needed a night out, we would just go to Tardongne and have our fill of pork belly and corn cheese and soju, and it would be just like such a great time.
That's a good one.
They have Korean barbecue here.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
It's not.
In the same vein is a Korean restaurant, Chosunok. I think I would bring Chosunok.
You would not bring Chosunok here.
No,
there's good Korean food here that tastes like Chosunok.
No, hey, this is my second restaurant that
I
want to bring.
Okay. I love Chosunok. I love it, but it's not worth transporting.
No, it's so good. Chosunok's so good. Really good naengmyeon, cold
Alex,
noodles.
we make good Korean food
really
at home
good,
too.
What's it called? Kimchi, everything.
I don't think
Tonkatsu.
it's worth bringing here.
Well, when it comes, you can stay at home. Should I hold her?
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna end the video here because Margot and Daddy have gone for a little walk around the house. She is perturbed a little bit. I'm gonna feed her, don't worry. But yeah, thank you. I'll get back into the middle of the frame. Thank you so much for joining me here. Thank you so much for listening to this video. If it inspires you to move to Calgary, please do, because we love it when our friends join us. But no, for real, thank you so much for supporting this channel. I just really enjoy this platform. I think YouTube is so much better than all the short form content out there. Thank you for journeying with our family, for praying for us, and yeah, for clicking on this video. I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.